in our present state, hoping help will come from above. But even angels there made the same mistakes in love, in love, in love, in love.
In Roxy music, you seek the triumph of artifice. And he doesn't care about rock and roll at all. The ascendance of these people is an indication of the level to which rock had sunk, because its appearance and artifice. There is nothing, I believe, truly committed about either a Brian Ferry or a David Bowie. It's much more using of rock for their own ego aggrandizement rather than a belief in the music they are working with.
If you were going to perform your music on stage, people were sitting there looking at you for an hour and a half or whatever. It seemed to me that one should try and work something out which is reasonably interesting to look at. Presenting the music in a kind of fun way helps to attract a much wider audience. It is very much a 24-hour business. That means that you have to be totally dedicated to your kind of work. Like an actor on a stage, I suppose, when you're sort of doing a tour, you have to accept, instead of throwing yourself into one part, you have to throw yourself into lots of different parts. Because I try to write lots of different types of song with different kinds of mood. And I just try to I do just kind of hurl myself into it, basically. So there isn't much time to really stop and think, you know, what am I doing this for?
Please don't ever let me down, for you know I'm not so sure. Do I have the speed to carry on? I'll burn you out of my mind alone. You're a flame that never fades. Jungle red's a deadly shade. Both ends burning will fires meet. Somewhere deep in my soul tonight.
As well as the stage presentation, there are also these other things, sort of packaging things. The packaging of your work, which in the business they call product. Things like album covers and posters and souvenir programs, which you can either totally ignore or take an interest in and try and raise the standard of them. There's a great tradition in advertising of using glamour girls for selling cars through to Coke, a cola. For the first album cover we did, I sort of had a pin-up girl on the cover because I always thought that was a sort of a lethal way of selling any kind of product. And that worked incredibly well. Business can be artistic as well.
Who can sleep in this heat, this night? Open burning.
Let's just take this Concerto for Group and Orchestra by John Lord and Deep Purple. You had the group playing,